Hi everyone and welcome to the ultimate channel for students. My name is Francesca and hopefully I will help you have the best fresh start at university. Today I'm going to answer a question that a lot of you have actually asked me, and that is why Exeter University? My mother went to Oxford, so it was obvious for me that I had to try to get in. You know, you always want to try and you always want to like give it a shot, do what your parents tried. Unfortunately, my written English was not the quality that it should have been, and so I didn't get in for obvious reason. Like you can't be in Italy all your life and then think that your level of English, unless you practice it, is going to be at the level of the people who are working all their lives to get into Oxford. So it's fair enough. What happens? Well, you're left with 4 other options, and my 4 other options were Bristol, Exeter, Bath, and Nottingham Trent. Nottingham Trent was a mistake. I put in the wrong codes. Like right now I laugh about it, but it was such a daft thing to do. I mean, classic Fran mistakes. So please make sure that when you're dealing with UCAS, so if you're applying to English universities, make sure that you double, triple check the code of the university that you're putting in, because you have to put a code, and just double check it, because I didn't and I ended up applying to Nottingham Trent. So let's just put Nottingham Trent on the side and focus on the 3 that I chose: Exeter, Bath, and Bristol. So when I did my choice of universities, I wanted to make sure that it was a really recognized university, because if I'm not getting into Oxford, may as well will go into the next ones, you know. The second thing that made me want to apply to those and not maybe Warwick or something else is because it was in the southwest. For me, the southwest was an important place to be, as it was considered the sunniest part of England. And I know that it's kind of a lame argument, like, Fran, you're not gonna find any sun in England, but I wanted just to, at least those few sunny days, I wanted to be extra sunny. You know, I coming from Italy, I really needed to see sunny days as much as possible. And I was quite surprised actually how Exeter was so sunny during my first year. I remember being in a t-shirt until like the beginning of November, and that is unheard of me. I'm someone who is always cold, always needs jumpers on, and the fact that I was in a t-shirt was like, I don't know, maybe it was just that my year, like a gift from England. Welcome, we're gonna give you sun all the time. But it was just great. I loved it. So also, why not London? You know, London is a classic destination where loads of people want to go. The thing is, London for me is too big. It's too big. It doesn't have that campus feel, you know, and it's way too expensive for a student. I mean, I'm sorry, if I want to live in London, I'll do that later on. For now, I just want to enjoy my student life. And for someone who wanted to go out like 6 times a week, London is not the place. But the main reason why I wanted to go to Exeter and Bristol and Bath was the campus feel. Okay, maybe Bristol, but less. The real focus here was Bath. Bath was my firm choice. I wanted the campus. You know, when you go on holiday to these like kind of clubs like Club Med or something, and there's always that group of young people who hang out all the time and party all the time together. Yeah, I kind of wanted that, but on a bigger scale. Instead of having 2 weeks with 20 people, I wanted 4 years with 20,000 people, you know, like dream, being around. It was, for me, my first year was like a holiday, because the degree didn't count. I had 8 hours a week of lectures. It was ridiculous. I had so much time to party, and I just literally did that. I treated my uni like a holiday camp. It was ridiculous. And I know that I could have never done that if I did something else, you know, if I did economics, or if I went to London. There's no way I would have felt that holiday feel if I went to a city instead of a campus, you know. So yes, that was insane, my dream. As I said before, my firm choice was Bath and not Exeter. So the reason why, 2 reasons, actually just one. I visited Bath and I didn't visit Exeter University. Bath was one of the only open days I managed to do with Oxford. back in the day. So I just knew about Bath, and when I saw it, when I saw the campus, you know, I was in love with campuses. But then when I saw Bath, I thought I was in love with Bath, but actually I was in love with the campus feel. And I was just so obsessed by it. And Bath asked me for 5 really hard marks to get in my French baccalaureate, and it was horrible how by a fraction of a mark I didn't get in one of the marks, and these dumbass like recruitment people in Bath were like, no, sorry, you didn't get the mark. And I'm just like, are you serious? Like, I got all of the other marks, and for 1 mark for a fraction I don't get in. I was destroyed. I was so obsessed with Bath. I was like, I had like I had the booklets in my bag all the time just to remind me to study. It was, when I didn't get in, I was heartbroken. And then I went on Exeter, like I was like, I'm left with Exeter, like what the hell is that, you know? Because I never visited it. I'm like, let's go on YouTube and check it out and see if they have anything. They didn't have any videos. Like if you go now on Exeter University, well, you'll see me, but you'll also see like new videos. Back in 4 years ago, there was no videos. It was depressing. One of the videos was so not accurate. It was just like, what the hell is this? And I just hated the idea of going to Exeter. I was like, this is shit, this is crap, I'm not going to manage to make friends, it's not the same as Bath, oh my god. So imagine my surprise when I arrived in Exeter, and oh my god, good looking people, so many good looking people, hot guys everywhere. Literally, like, it's a sports campus, and obviously I didn't connect, but it was a sports campus, and there was so many good looking guys, and there was so many good looking girls as well. I was just like, wow, this is such a good looking campus. And apparently, I didn't know this, but there was this whole like stereotype that Exeter University is a good looking campus. Yeah, I realized it was so, I arrived there and it was like, wow, it was insane. What a year, what a first term. Student life was insane. Nah, I had the best time at uni. My first term in Exeter in first year was, I loved it. I loved it. Although the first few days were crap, I will link down below my first days. I explained it in many details. I just managed to have the best fresh time, lol, best fresh start in my uni, and it was, but it's thanks to my mentality also, because the start was not as, it was difficult, especially from someone who's not from the UK and just does not know anything about the culture. Like, it all depends on how you react to certain situations and how your mentality, how you're going to rewire your brain in a certain situation. So I'm not going to promise you, oh yeah, you'll have the best fresh time in Exeter, because it depends on you. You decide if you're going to have a good time, you decide if you have a bad time, no matter what they put in front of you. And that's the same with life. No matter what life puts in front of you, you will decide if you want to see it in a positive way or in a negative way, always. That's my belief, at least, my opinion. So yeah, so Exeter, everything was walking distance. I hate transportation. I just hate having to walk or having to be in a bus to get from one place to the other. So for instance, my house right now this year is in the middle between campus and town. So it's like 5 minutes from town, 5 minutes walk from town, 6 minutes from campus. Perfect. Yeah, location is so important for me, and the fact that Exeter is just so close to everything. Exeter is just perfect. And if I would have had an open day in Exeter, I would have realized that earlier and stopped whining about, oh, I didn't get into Bath, because now I'm just like, well, I'm glad. Everything happens for a reason. So don't be heartbroken no matter what happens, even if you don't get into uni, even if you don't get through, in through clearing. Make sure that you make the most out of the situation, because everything happens for a reason. Just take the sign and do what you have to do with it. Like this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.
I had a dream about you last night, and we were listening to fast.